Hey guys, it's Phaedra at allthingsphaedra.com, and I am here to talk about cars again, but not any specific car. I'm here to talk about the tools you might use on your car. Now, if you're already a loyal subscriber, and I hope you are, then you know I'm a chick who digs cars. But am I a chick who digs working on cars? Well, I have to say I know enough to be dangerous, and today I'm going to learn a little bit more because my husband is doing one of his specialties. He's doing a brake job outside. And I'm going to take some MYCHANIC tools, which are innovative tools specifically to help you DIY stuff on your car. And we're going to go outside and we're going to learn what it takes to do a brake job. Before I do that, I want to show you some of the cool MYCHANIC tools that I have. The first one is the smart booster cables. So, you know, when your battery's low and you need a jump, this is the safer way to jumpstart your car. It warns when the connections are incorrect. It tests the battery voltage with an LED display, and it has cables that are flexible even when it's freezing outside. Now, what do these have to do with a brake job? Nothing. We're not using these today. Next up is the MYCHANIC Tool Creeper, and this is a wheeled tray that lets you keep your automotive tools nearby, easy to access and easy to slide along with you, especially if you've got a creeper and you're working under the car. It's got 3 handles so you can access it from any side. It's got 3 compartments to hold whatever tools it is that you need, and it's got these lovely, pretty swivel casters on the back. I've got one more tool to show you for this job, and that is the Blade Multi-Light tool. Now, this is a rechargeable LED work light. It's bright, and you can angle it in any direction that you want. Did I blind you yet? So if you need to see up in underneath the car or under the hood, you can stick it down wherever it is that you need, and you can change the settings so it also can become an emergency light if you're stuck on the side of the highway, which I hope you aren't. Now, you ready to go learn about some brakes? Let's do this. Welcome to my brother-in-law's car. My brother-in-law needs new brakes. It's actually a DIY job, but you're going to need a little strength and a few tools to be able to do it. What you're looking at behind me is the tire, and step 1 for a brake job is to loosen the lug nuts and remove the tire. This is what you're going to be looking at. Now, if you've never seen the brakes and you don't know what they are, let me give you a quick 1-2. This is what it looks like underneath, and it may look ugly and it may look rusty, but that's not what you need to be concerned with. So what you're looking at here is the caliper and the brake pads, which are underneath there. And what happens are the brake pads are going to squeeze this rotor, and that's what causes your tires to break. Now what happens is over time the brake pads are going to wear away, or perhaps the rotor gets warped. Regardless, you're going to need to repair or replace your brakes at some point. So what we're going to do is we're going to remove all of this, and we're going to replace the rotor and replace the brake pads at the same time. So the rotor has finally come off, and you can see the brake pads, which basically have some wear and tear on it. So it's time to do a replacement, and that's exactly what's happening next. So what you're seeing is the brake pads and the pad carrier, which fits into the caliper along with the rotor. And what's happening now is he is resetting the caliper so that we can reinstall pad carrier once we replace the brake pads. What you're looking at here are the new brake pads, and this is the new rotor right here. Isn't it pretty? Now we just have to put everything all back together, put the caliper back on, and then replace the tire, and we're ready to do the other side. Whew, that was tough getting everything done, but with MYCHANIC tools, that was no problem. And having a husband do all the work. But at least I was out here and I learned. I've seen him do brake jobs before, but when I'm shadowing him, I at least know what I'm talking about. When I'm talking about brake pads and brake rotors and things like that. So what I've learned is it takes a little bit of work, a little bit of knowledge, a little bit of muscle, and definitely the right tools. And luckily we've got a lot of the tools and the accessories that we need thanks to MYCHANIC.